that thing, but
hello everyone, and welcome to Tea Kettle Talk. I'm your host Eldridge, and along with me are my three sisters, and to my left is
D'Artagnan,
Bess, Nelson.
So have a sip and a seat. Okay, so you found a real interesting topic that we were just going to get into and talk about. And it was on the show Sisters, you said? The Tyler Perry show Sisters?
The Tyler Perry show Sisters.
And really the question and the frequency that we're on and we want to talk about today is, why would you talk to your man and humiliate him? So let's have you set the stage for us and let's get into this discussion.
So in this clip, the young lady was talking to a different man, and the ex walked up, or whatever the case may be, and she starts to belittle him in the conversation and the way that she was talking to him in front of this new gentleman. So they're in the process of trying to date or whatever the case may be. So she starts to talk down to the guy that was her ex and talk about how he cheated on her and how she was taking care of him. You know, she went through this whole degrading. She completely degraded him in front of this other man.
Okay.
So my question was, why would you do that? Like, why as a woman would you do that? Why as a man would you do that? Why would you degrade the person that you choose to lay down with? Like, that's a reflection of you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You want them to hurt just as bad as you hurt. That's how I would imagine the reason that she did all of that, because she said in the clip, what happened? Did she kick you out? Did she, which would lead me to assume, I hadn't watched the show, but that he was cheating on her with somebody else,
Mm-hmm.
and she was still hurt about
Mm-hmm.
that. And she wanted to, because she was still a hurting woman responding to the situation, because I feel like a woman that was no longer hurt and truly moved on with the guy that she was there with, she would have just been like, I don't want you no more. Like, this my man, be cool. Like,
and that was exactly the point of the other guy that was standing there. He said that the passion that you two have for each other, you can't tell me that that's over.
Yeah.
That's not over. So in that, even in anger, we don't watch what we say. What's the point? Was my point in that? Like, why, and this wasn't the first time she's talked down to him. So I've watched the show, so I understand what's been going on with their story. So going back into it, she was one that talked down to him. He was he had gone to jail and he had the background and all of that. So he's trying to build himself back up. And in the process of him building himself back up, she's tearing him down in her words.
Because people don't understand that their words.
You know, he's trying to hide from her the fact that, you know, he really wasn't doing anything. And then when she kicked him out, when he went to the shelter, she assumed he was going to stay with another woman when he was actually living in the shelter.
Mm.
So the assumption that was made behind it, she just assumed when she kicked him out that he was automatically running back to this other woman.
Right.
And that wasn't the case. He was actually staying at a shelter,
Because he didn't have
and the other friend had dug down into it. So he wasn't running from one bed to the other.
You know, go.
Look,
I got a lot of words. I need some paper. We need some. I'm just kidding.
Well, you know, hey.
But I feel like this is kind of that domino effect. Thank you, sister. This is kind of that domino effect of what was she going through? What was she going through? What has she been through to where she feel like maybe she didn't feel appreciated or something? So now that she got somebody that maybe relies on her a little bit more, now she feel like she's needed and she's appreciated. You know what I'm saying? And then when he starts to act crazy or whatever, that's when she want to talk down to him. But I feel like it's a deeper problem than why is she just talking to this man like this? Why does she want him to feel like he needs her?
Yep.
There's something else that's broken before
right.
that.
You're
something that happened.
Right.
There's a missing piece in there. So.
Right.
Yeah, that was where I was coming from too, because you know, for me, everything is about motive. For me, what's the driving motive? Now, it's not always that somebody is in pain and they're trying to cure the pain that they're in.